again another Monday morning here at the Acting for the New Earth episode 40 of this year. Today we will speak once more and in a more precise way about the coming back of the Christ. And why that? We have been seeing, not only this live was meant to come here every Monday morning to remind ourselves that yes, Christ will come back, and we are living in the transition for the new era, for the era of Aquarius. Last week, I spoke with you about also the change in the planet Pluto to the sign, to the constellation of Aquarius. And we are seeing also a change in the ceasefire of the wars. And we have seen also in the last days the Pope and all, not all, but many representatives of other religions, of other churches, of other countries, of other beliefs there with him, telling and showing the world that religion and spirituality doesn't accept war, and separating again who makes war and who is just being the the scapegoat, so to say. Am I telling you guys to just believe church, forgot all their wrongdoings, and be happy? No, I'm not saying that, but I'm calling everybody here to realize that the wars happening nowadays, they don't have a religious or a spiritual reason, background behind it. They are plainly and mainly economic wars. They are wars of power, as it has always been actually around the globe. But with the coming of the Christ, all beings, all spirits, also us in humankind, like us human beings, we are receiving a calling, an inner calling to search for peace, to be in peace. And we look at the television, we look at the news, and the greatest part of us, they look at that and they don't understand why is this still happening in the year of 2024, right? 24 years after the millennium change. And yes, there are still people that have that war inside. We have been speaking a lot about this, and each of us, we do have anger, rage, lower feelings inside us, which we do need to work through. But there are people that have those feelings like reverberating at maximum, and they do think war makes sense. They do think war should happen. And these people, they are not aligned anymore with the planetary evolution, with the planetary path. And that's why the happening at the church with the Pope and all the other religious representatives that happened those last days was again so important, because the greatest part of people that does not resonate with war and that does resonate with peace, they need to know that like you are in the right path, and you need to reverberate that peace, that feeling of I want humanity to be in peace, to be in health, to be in prosperity. We don't need this kind of things anymore in our planet, and we need to speak about this. That's why I'm here every Monday morning also with you, because we do need to speak about this. We do need to speak about the new behaviors, the new ways of doing things, the new laws that are coming, right? This is from a ethical perspective and point of view, but also, as I told you in the last chapter, this will be part of a much greater transformation, even in science. The restricted way of seeing things only by the material lenses will not be enough for the future anymore, right? So today I want to take a few more minutes with you to remind ourselves of what is the Christ coming back to the planet. What does that mean, right? Will Jesus come back again and appear again? Well, I can also not say for sure, but from everything that I know, that I studied, that I was reading, that I sense, no, it's not Jesus that will come back and walk again through earth. Jesus received the Spirit of Christ back then, right? 2 millennia ago. Christ is an energy. Christ is a greater being. If you would probably remind yourselves also that we spoke about the aura, like the spiritual body that we all have, right? Many people say, oh, I feel my aura, it's all around me. So guys and girls, most people, the greater part of humanity, have an aura that, you know, doesn't pass this much, like from your body, which is really close. And when you meditate, when you expand your heart, when you connect yourself with the greater good, maybe this aura, you know, expand for something like this. We are really like little kids in the spiritual, you know, evolution, in the evolutionary spiritual path. And Christ is a being which aura surrounds the whole earth. So you can imagine that, right? Our aura, you know, comes until here, and the aura of Christ radiates to the whole planet, to beyond the material, you know, extension of the planet. And that's why Christ, when it came and it materialized its energy in Jesus, that's the reason why Jesus could feel people from far away. He could understand them because its aura was surrounding those people, right? And that's also why we spoke about the importance of the spiritual growth, our alignment, expanding our own auras, learning what is self-love, to be able to love others, to, you know, take the example of the saints that walked through our planet. But coming back to Christ, and, you know, I apologize for the little code I'm getting today. So the aura of Christ is an aura that will incarnate back into the planet. But this will only happen when humanity and the planet is really ready to receive it. I will not say him or her. We don't know who this person will be. But one thing we know for sure, Christ will not come back again to be crucified as Jesus was back then. He will not lose his life once more too early, because this time he will wait until he can come to be longer with humanity, because this will be a time of deep learnings and deep transformations through that energy that will materialize in the planet. And we don't even know if it will be one being or many beings, many people. how this energy, the Christic energy, will incarnate in the planet, in the other realms, mineral, vegetable, animal, human realms, right? So I am also here with you every Monday morning to speak about the changes in our actions that we can do already in our daily basis, because the planet and the Christic energy will wait until there is a certain mass of people already behaving, acting, thinking differently, being aligned with its energy, so it can come and and finish, so to say, the transformation in our planet. Because this planet will not be anymore a planet of paying debits as it is right now. For people that don't even know, Earth is also a prison for souls that were misbehaving before. And here we are having the chance to learn, but through pain mostly, right? And this is ending because the greatest part of people understood that we don't need that anymore, and that we have all resources to have a planet, a whole humanity, and a whole, earth full of health, prosperity, and peace. If we can, we could just have this today, right? So I want you this week to really speak about this topic with your friends, with your family, with your work colleagues. I have been asking you to do this all week since the 1st of January this year, right? To share these lives, to talk about people, about what you heard from me right here and right now. But I know that many of you didn't have the courage to do so because you believe this is still strange. This is too much for most people, but no, it is not. You do need to accept, receive, and pass this forward, because people and humanity are ready to receive the Christ, to receive the new earth, to live in a new planet of peace, of health, of prosperity. But we do need to speak more about this, or about the meaning of this change, right? So you guys that are here, for a little longer with me through the weeks, go back into the timeline, into the episodes, search an episode that made like really a lot of sense for you, or just take this episode and show actively to somebody, and speak actively with somebody, be with a friend, a family, a work colleague, a hobby, a hobby mate. Speak actively about this, about what is the earthly transformation we are going through. What does it mean that the Christ will come back? What do we need to change so that this comes to become a reality? This is the only homework I can give you this week, to really speak about this topic. Speak about the Pope with all the other religion representatives, meeting up, asking for peace, showing the world that spirituality and religion are aligned with this planetary transformation. I have here priests from the neighborhood speaking about this already. And you need to be a key for this. You need to become a messenger. And why do I say you need, right? This is strong. Because we don't have time to wait anymore. We don't have time to, live with wars happening around us. This is absurd, right? And that's why I do need you to speak about the planetary transformation in the way you understand it, right? It's about exchanging information, opinions, building up ideas, right? That will aggregate something positive to the planet. So which kind of actions should you be changing right here and right now, as we spoke in so many episodes, right? Remind yourself of that. Ask yourself that. You don't need me telling you what you need to change, right? Just remind yourself, imagine the planet Earth as a paradise. So in a paradise, only paradisiac beings live there, right? Human beings that behave as paradisiac beings. Then you look at yourself right here and right now, right? There is a gap. And you need to know concretely what is the gap. So for me to become a paradisiac being, what do I need to change in myself? And I start today with one thing, right? You don't need to change all at once. We cannot handle this kind of stuff, right? It's about also the knowing the base, knowing the ground where we are, as I spoke also in the last weeks, to walk one step further, to be 1% more part of the new era. That's it, folks. Okay, become right here and right now, every day, 1% more of the frequency that is the frequency of the new era, and that we will welcome the Christic energy to materialize in our planet again. We need 144,000 people becoming saints and speaking about the coming of the new Christ in a very practical and actual real manner, so that he or she or it may come and incarnate again in this planet and give the last impulse that we do need for this transformation to come. And this is, as I said, not only about religion, it is about spirituality, it is about technology, it is about society, the environment, it's about everything. Nothing that will be the same in the next years. So go ahead, take this challenge, and if you didn't speak before about the planetary transformation with the folks around you, do that today, okay? And I will see you again next Monday morning, same time, in the same channel, again, so we can speak about how we should be acting to bring and materialize the new earth today. Thank you.